To share an old poem with you. It's called A Battle with the Mind. It feels like there is another supernatural voice inside my head, which is trying to suck all my energy, leaving me like a tomato. The greatest agony. It is something which is just like your shadow, and you cannot shoot at it or put it into deep sleep with bullets or arrows. It is a constant echo. All around you is fire, smoke, demons, haunted shadows, and a huge irreversible fog. Daily it sinks its claws into you like a cat, which exists in the human anatomy, as sharp as wires and the sharpest, biggest needle. It just won't shut up, as if it has a conquest to destroy little by little, and eventually take your place, just like an alien or intruder in a human body. This is just as bad or worse than an actual human being, as you can't reason with it or even fight it because it is invisible. Tell others you hear this voice, and they throw you into their white van and let you borrow their white armed waistcoat, which they force onto your arms. Then you also have huge electrical wires feeding on the scalp's blood, as if you were some being from a different planet, and they need to connect you to their humanistic technological devices to enable them to understand your language and to hear you. Sometimes if you scream, "Shut the F up," it may stop, as if this voice needed your permission for it to talk, as a form of emotional, mental, spiritual invitation, associated with the belief in it even existing. It just keeps gnawing away, and you begin to believe what it says, and it drives you to such extremes as toxic consummation in large quantities. It is just as bad as an army of soldiers trying to hunt you down and fire at you from various angles, as if, like the army, you are its enemy and must be eliminated, for you are a threat to its race of people. But this giant, is a bad giant and wants to ruin you completely. It will eat the whole core of the apple that is you. There is a saying, good and bad monkey and devil and angel. Well, this enemy has been built for pure evil, and it does it by implementing hurtful and psychotic thoughts into your very soul and trying to make you believe every tiny fragment of its lies, because it wants to live just like you. This voice, which many don't admit to living with, is similar to any mental or emotional disorder out there, because the more it speaks and you accept its truth, the more it drains you like the bit of fat on a stomach suction treatment for weight problems. It does not suck your body, it sucks every cell of your brain and pollutes every good thought inside the mind, just like non-environmental fumes do. Feeding you words such as "you are evil," "no one loves you," and "never will, no matter what," "you are fat," "you are too skinny," "you do not belong here," "nobody wants you," "you will never account to anything," "there's no point of your existence," "people would feel better and be much better if you were gone," "the world would be a much better place without you in it," "nobody wants you, so you will not be missed when you are gone," "if you died now, nobody would miss you or ask about you. They wouldn't even care. He or she could never love or want to be around or with someone like you. You are a burden to society. You are a burden to people. You are in the way of others in improvement. You are filthy. You are disgusting. If you harmed yourself now, nobody would even give a shit, not even me. I am the truth. I tell you the truth. What I am saying is rational. Cop yourself on. Who the hell do you think you are fooling? You are fake. You are nothing. Nobody loves you. You are weak. You are pathetic. And the list goes on until the soul gives in and ends its misery or decides to deal with its enemy through fearlessness, just like Jesus and a lion or tiger, reducing it to just as small as a mouse, or else letting the thoughts manifest into a massive flooding river of bad blood, much Lost souls, black rich, but egg-smelling fish stuff, which cannot be removed. And then, the human body is nothing but a scatter of bones and grotesque imagery that you wouldn't even want your child to see or watch. And just like crimes, which are witnessed on streets or every town, and the observer of crime scenes screams and quotes suicide or homicide. This is the worst enemy of all, as strong as the grips of Dracula or a tornado, and as constant as a splitting volcano. But like all enemies, this can be managed by you accepting or rejecting its entire evil existence. The sun can shine again. The plants don't have to die every time it rains or freezes, and the fruits can be poison-free, just like the angel, good angel, the rose, and not the thorns of the rose. There can be a rainbow and a garden of all great things to eat, free of chemicals, and the river can be as clear as great birth and holy water.